There we go. It's a little hard to talk and run the sound at the same time. Children, there are coloring pages. If you would like to color, they're not going to go out for class today, but Miss Deb does have coloring pages for them. So if you want to send them to her, she'll get them set up or something. They can come back to the seat with you and do. Debbie Hunt back here. She's in charge of getting the lineup for our parking that we're going to help with the fair. So if you have not seen her yet and you can volunteer for a time slot, she'll be glad to get you signed up, give you the information about that, of what we need and how you can help with that. One of the things that we do, one of our parts of being able to be here is to give back to the fair, and that's how we're doing it, is helping with parking. So if you can help us out with that and give us some time, some of your precious time during the fair, see her. She can get you signed up. Anybody that did not get a flyer when you came in? Because this has our announcements on it. Okay, Mr. Revere over here doesn't have a flyer. And Tim does not have a flyer. I need two up here, please. Okay. Our Bible studies are on the back of this, so please look at that and see if there's anything there that you're interested in, and we can get you directed in the right direction. I think that's all. There's a lot of stuff that's going to go on at the fair, and it'll be a good time for all of us, good time for fellowship. We're hoping that there's going to be some new folks here that we get to share some of the word with, so hopefully you can help us with that as well. Back to you.
All right. How many of you, I'm not saying you're good at fishing, but you like to fish? You would like to fish if you could catch them. Well, you see, that's the way I look at ministry, because that's how we got started. The Bible says, I will teach you to be fishermen of men. Well, I understand that what kind of fish you catch depends on what you use for bait. We use horses. Some churches use music. Some use children's programs. We use horses. But we have the greatest, let me back up a little bit. I grew up on a ranch that was about 4,000 acres, and years ago they dug a lot of water holes. And that's how they watered the cattle. And over the years and years and years, those holes began to have a lot of fish in them. So when you quit catching fish in one spot, you go to another water hole. And I want you to know that our opportunity to fish from now to New Year's is huge. Because during the fair, we're going to attract people, and people are going to see our advertisements and see you more than they ever have. When at the end of the fair, they put on a light display for Christmas. Now, I can't explain to you how big this light display is, other than the only thing that won't have lights in it is this building and that parking lot. And they charge $20 a car to drive through it. Well, when they do, they're going to see all of our advertisements, and you haven't even seen our advertisements yet. We've got a lot of good stuff. So we're really excited about being able to catch more fish. Have you ever been considered a fish? We've got a sermon about that we're going to do a little bit later. I'm stalling because one of my props didn't get here, but it's on its way. So we're going to go ahead and start. Larry, can you talk to us about your horse?
I'd be happy to talk to you about my horse.
Okay, talk to us about your horse.
My horse is Captain. Captain has been with me for about 6 to 7 years. Came off of some ranches, probably some working ranches. I learned how to ride on Captain. So I've only recently learned how to ride as life goes. I have successfully and with great talent fallen off of him multiple times. And he has ever been graceful in looking at me and laughing each particular time. Captain has become an incredibly trusted and wonderful friend in my life. And we spend a lot more time together now than we ever have. But he has certain apprehensions, if you will, which cause him to leap effortlessly sideways. And I have also fortunately due to my very close friend Tanya Scott, to actually stay in the saddle now. I'm actually quite amazed at how well I stay in the saddle. So
he shook his head like, it's only because I let you.
That's correct. Absolutely. Wouldn't deny it at all. He's an amazing animal. He's truly a graceful, kind, powerful, intelligent creature. And the more I give to him, the more he gives to me.
That's great. Tell us about your blue tarps.
So recently we had an obstacle challenge. It was not a challenge as much as it was a fundraiser, and the field was filled with obstacles. I would say 90% of the obstacles we tackled, including bridges, water, going through noodles. Some of them were extremely easy. Some were very difficult. We came across a tarp surrounded by blue barrels and had some water and mud on it. And we approached that, and it turned out to be what ultimately was Nightmare on Elm Street, every scary movie that's ever been created. There were chainsaws on it, machetes. He definitely saw every aspect of negativity there was. I worked with Tanya for a good 20 minutes, sitting on him, being very patient, just trying to get his feet on the tarp. We actually were able to get him across it once. I proceeded later on in the day to go back, thinking, okay, I've worn him out. He's sweaty. Let's go back to that tarp and see how we do. And we got to that tarp, and you would have thought I just took him out of the stall on a cold winter morning. There was rearing up and back. His reverse was unbelievable. I should have thought about going backwards through the tarp, but maybe I didn't.
I want all of you, I mean, really, many of you may not know, Kathy's my wife, and you really don't know how much you need to love her, because she keeps me in my limits a little bit. Because what we're talking about today is being scared of something. And I mean, I've already told her, Bobby, I wanted you to bring your python snake today. And we were going to see how good you could stand still when you're scared. And she told me that the church would probably not be as big next week, so we decided not to. but that was my idea, because, and I'm still stalling because I want to try something I've never tried before, and I'm waiting for it to get here.
Blue trash cans before.
Oh, I've got one right over there.